core balance can be affected by one of the smallest appendages, especially as you get older. The small appendage I'm talking about happens to be your toes. We're going to show you some simple ways to help your toes become more effective, hold your balance, and make big differences. You'll be surprised. Now we're going to show you some simple things you can do with your footwear, as well as some stretching that you can do with your toes and strengthening that can really get your toes back in the game, making you balance and feel much more stable. So let's talk about footwear first, Mike.
So when you have typical normal shoes like I have here in my left hand, you can see the toe box or the end of the shoe is narrow. If you look at my right hand here, this has a wide toe box. This allows your feet to actually spread out, and your toes, the more surface area you can touch with the bottom of the feet, the better your balance will be.
I actually want to talk about this point a little bit more, but here we have one of my wife's shoes. I guess they're pumps or something like that, but they got skinny footwear like even my shoes. This is the style. This is what everyone likes to wear. It looks nice and looks cute. But you can imagine your toes get scrunched up and you have a very small area to balance on versus a wide toe box like these Crocs that I wear all the time around the house. Much more stable. Now, you don't have to spend money to get a pair of shoes like this, although you can, and we do recommend it. I wear Crocs around the house because they're functional and they don't cost that much. Let's get on with some simple stretching. Now, these are stretches that I recommend you do early in the morning, just after you get up out of bed. First of all, this is the figure four position. You can do it lying down in bed or in a seated chair.
So you could take your hand to push down your toes into flexion and then extend them back into extension. If I press a little bit, shouldn't be painful, just a little bit of overpressure, and just work each way.
And do that about 3 to 5 repetitions. And again, each toe individually. You don't have to spend 20 minutes on each toe. Simply a few stretches. These toes usually don't experience this. And I guarantee if you haven't done this, you're going to feel that your foot has woken up for the first time in years. Now we're going to show you some options to stretch your toes throughout the day. Simply go up to a wall, and we're going to put our toes here and push down and stretch, and you can go right to left, more emphasis on the great toe and then on the smaller toe. And you can do that for 15 seconds or so, and you'll have adequate stretch. To be complete with your toes, to really make sure they're adequate for better balance, we need to strengthen those small muscles. Grab the towel with your toes and pull it underneath your foot. Now, if you haven't done this before and you get some cramps, go to this position and stretch them this way immediately. The cramps will dissipate.
Now, it's also important to strengthen the muscles in the front of the ankle as well as the back calf raises. We're going to go up on our toes. Now, when it comes to the opposite direction, I like to lean against the wall and then simply bring your toes up towards your nose. My heels are on the ground.